Wednesday afternoon. I had to think of today. It's a beautiful Wednesday afternoon, and I thought I'll bring you outside because, hey, it's still summer. Of course, kind of like a BLT sandwich. So I've got a lettuce, tomato, of course, an egg, like an omelette, just a basic omelette with a little bit of cream, and some olive mayo. I ran out of lettuce, so one of the sandwiches, this one, has actually kale on one layer. Yeah. Anyway, some salt and vinegar crisps. And what else? A beer. Anyway, I can't wait to eat. I'm super starving. Let's eat. That's what I call an aggressive pour.
911, what's your emergency?
There's a woman. There's a body.
A woman's body, sir?
She's here. But not all of her. Not all of her.
Calm down, sir. Can you tell me if the woman is breathing?
She has her tail. She has no face. Tomatoes also homegrown.
I'm Ingrid Mendoza, and you're in Killer Country. This week, we're diving into the bizarre death of Mirabel Diaz. Mirabel dreamed of becoming a Hollywood actress, but trapped in the small seaside town of Mystic Bay, Florida, her options were limited. She'd book an occasional used car commercial or a clown at a child's birthday party. But legitimate opportunities were few and far between. Eventually, however, Mirabel found a path to acting in an unexpected place, Wild Tides Water Park. There, Mirabel donned a long silver tail and a shimmering tube top. 5 days a week, rain or shine, she'd swim in a massive glass tank, smiling at tourists and posing for pictures. At Wild Tides, Mirabel became Miss Mirabel, the magic mermaid of Mystic Bay. Then, on August 24th, 2012, everything changed. Hurricane Braden tore through Mystic Bay, destroying 65 homes, 34 Shake Shacks, and leaving at least one person missing: Mirabel Diaz. Frank Wild, the longtime owner of Wild Tides Water Park, was among the last to see her alive.
She was a pretty redhead. Some say she had web feet. She never wanted to talk. Now, I don't like to speak ill of the dead, but she was a little cold. Snobby, you might say. When the hurricane was coming, I told her, "Hey, sweetie, you can stay with me. Because, you know, this place is a fortress. I got hurricane shutters, sandbags, the whole shebang. A bunker with a sauna, screening room, bowling alley. Regulation bowling alley, do you understand? Yeah, the real deal." Yeah, I told her. I got 2 months worth of beans. Yeah, all kinds of beans. Right? Black beans, kidney beans, pine-toe beans, lima beans, soybeans, jelly beans. Yeah, I was worried, you know, because she lived all by herself. I owned the building she lived in, and I knew it was, I knew she wouldn't have beans. But she told me she'd be okay on her own. Yeah, maybe if she just stayed at my place. You know, you wonder what might have been. But she said no, she didn't even like beans.
I spoke with Frank at his home over 3-bean salad. From where we sat on an expansive back patio festooned with marble statues of dolphins, women, and dolphin women, we could see the very top of Wild Tide's Megalodon Mega Twister. It's a massive water slide, just over 100 feet tall, that shoots park visitors into the waiting jaws of a fiberglass megalodon.
Please, this park employs half the damn town easily. We added that big slide, the friggin' orcas. It's a sight to see, especially the mermaids. And Mirabelle, well, she was the most popular one. You really just never think of something happening to a girl like that in a place like this. Well, except for that time when those kids got eaten during the alligator parade. Or the time the clowns went feral. Oh, or that time when the old guy...
Behind us, something bumps. Hard. Against a glass wall.
don't mind her. That's cannellini. Here, girl. Come here. Come on, sweet bean.
Frank Wild, heir to the Wild Bean Company fortune, is an avowed animal lover. His home, a concrete monolith rising from the steaming marsh, includes a massive glass pyramid teeming with all sorts of aquatic marvels, including, most notably, a 6-foot albino alligator named Cannellini. He also owns a narwhal, 7 dolphins, roughly 16 flamingos, 3 tigers, 7 pythons, a wild boar, and several ostriches. Most are named after beans. Frank goes on.
I used to have a whole mess of macaws, too. But every hurricane, more of them escaped. Sometimes I still see them flying over the house. I guess they wanted to be free. Yeah, whatever that means. Anyway, she was a nice girl. Sometimes. And it's a shame what happened.
Jessa Lynn Garcia, another mermaid at Wild Tide's water park, remembers Mirabelle a bit differently.
She was just sweet as pie. She really was. And such a pretty little thing. For a brunette? Oh, except for the gills. She was always giving me real nice tips, about what to do with my clothes or my hair. She'd come up to me while we'd be putting our tails on and say something like, "Oh, Jessalyn, you would look so good as a blonde." Or, "Oh, Jessalyn, don't go to that Shake Shack on August 24th. I had a vision." And, she was always the second runner-up at pageants. Almost Miss Key Lime Pie. Almost the Orange Blossom Queen. Almost Ambassador to Kazakhstan. People don't realize it, but it takes a lot of character to keep showing up after losing out over and over and over and over and over and over again. I'm proud of my titles. Always will be. I don't take the honor of being the Orange Blossom Queen 6 straight years in a row lightly, but, I admired Mirabelle, too. And she had a good heart. She'd volunteer all the time. She'd perform for the little old people down at the senior center. Sing that song from that mermaid movie, I'm in Your World, or whatever it's called. I don't know. My children only watch godly movies.
Welcome to today's guided meditation
session. She didn't have children, so maybe she didn't realize. Or a husband, which
For
I
the
also
next
have.
20 minutes, I'll be guiding you
Oh,
towards
and she was a
peace in times
perfectionist.
of chaos.
So she'd sing that same song
I
over
invite
and
you to
over
find a
until she got it
comfortable
right.
position,
20,
be it in a chair,
30 times.
on the floor,
The old people would
or
tell
on a
her she
cushion.
didn't have to, that she could stop
Be sure
at
to
any
sit
time,
up
but
straight. Your
she was
arms
happy to do
resting
it.
comfortably
She
on
was
your
a
lap,
natural
your
performer.
arms facing
So
down.
gifted. I was never like
If
that.
you're seated in
I
a
mean,
chair, I invite you to
everyone's
place
different.
both feet firmly
Some of us
on
are
the
more
ground.
into the artistry of
If
it
you're
all.
seated on the floor,
I'm a Wild
cushion,
Tides water
I
park
encourage you
mermaid
to
because
position
I
yourself
believe
in
it's
such a
important
way
to provide families with wholesome, all-ages
supported.
entertainment at an affordable price. But
I'll give you a few
others,
more seconds to find the
they like the
position that's
attention.
right for you.
Not that I'm blaming her for what happened. Gosh, no. She was a nice person. She didn't deserve that. Not at all.
Let's begin.
You just never think something like
You can
that would
close your
happen in a
eyes, or just
teeny
let your
little
vision
teensy
gradually
weensy
soften.
town like Mystic
Whichever is
Bay.
best for you.
I mean, besides that time that poor
Let's
boy was
start by
pushed into that hydraulic press, Or that old man who spontaneously
other
combusted
things
in the Publix
by
parking lot.
attention.
But other than that, you just never think of bad stuff happening here.
Traffic.
It was so sad what
Junk.
happened to her. Of course, we all suspected Jerry.
Keyboards
He was weird. He followed her around like a
Footsteps
puppy.
down the
A weird puppy.
Hydraulic
Mirabelle's
presses.
disappearance left a mark on the minuscule town of Mystic Bay, with search missions tampered by downed power lines and felled trees. As days turned into weeks, the town's optimism began to fade. That said, losing hope is something of a custom for residents of Mystic Bay. For years, competing theme parks, virus outbreaks, daylight savings, and a quickly shifting culture led to a downturn in park numbers.
Hey, come on now. Wild Tides is still top quality. Some of the best damn entertainment in the state. I don't care what anyone thinks, right?
For 3 counts.
But the fact of the matter is, kids don't go for that anymore. Yeah, they'd rather be on their phones playing Candy Crush or Roblox Adopt Me or
Release your breath
neal.fun
with an
and at a
audible
park with their
sigh
folks.
for 6
So
seconds.
they stopped coming. And then, of course, that's when they found her. Or what was left of her.
What was left of Mirabelle was found by Jared Holt on November 15th,
Let's do that again.
2012, 3 months
Breathe in.
after she went missing. That's his voice you heard in the 911 call at the top of the episode.
And hold.
She has her
One,
tail. She has no face.
And
When
now
Chippewa
gently
County
breathe
police
out.
arrived at the scene, they discovered a grisly sight. Mirabelle Diaz, lodged in the jaws of the
Good.
megalodon megatwister,
One last time.
her mermaid tail curled
Focus on the
daintily
breath.
beneath her on the
How it
ancient
feels
beast's
within
pink
your lungs.
fiberglass
How
tongue.
it feels flowing.
The park's earliest attendees,
Into the water.
a group of school children from the St. Brendan the Navigator Institute for Marine Biology, followed Jared's gaze,
amid the
the park's
chaos.
famed mermaid staring back at them. That is, if she could have stared back.
3.
Jessalyn Garcia
You've got mail.
remembers the day vividly.
You've got mail.
He was all cat and tonic when he first saw her. You know, like he couldn't move or blink or say a single word. Oh, poor thing. He just stood there,
Wonderful.
looking into the hole where her
Now that
face
you've
had
begun
been.
to relax,
It was
let's
all
continue to bring your
sunk
focus
in.
further inward.
a pit. No offense to Mirabelle, but you know, I think it was the worst I've ever seen her look. And it was the first day since the hurricane that the park was open to
You've
the
got
public.
mail.
That's what's
You've
so
got
sad
mail.
about it.
Fall away.
November is always a
Just
slow
quietly
month.
bring your
The water's cold, the sun sets early.
You've
It's
got
peak
mail.
season for the flesh-eating algae that sometimes grows on the lazy river inner tubes. But we lost so much money because of the storm that we were all just so excited for the park to open back up again.
Times of
And
chaos.
someone had just up and
Whenever you
shoved
stray,
poor
you
little old
become
Mirabelle
distracted.
into the big old shark's mouth.
Return to
How's that
your
for
breath.
taking the steak right out of your popsicle?
Now, Jessalyn had
You've
a
got
pretty
mail.
good idea of who was responsible.
I want you
But
to
first,
picture a string that runs from the top of your head to the soles
speaking of
of your feet.
popsicles, when's the last time you enjoyed a mouthful of fresh, home-cooked food?
Moving your
Between
awareness
work and
down
errands,
through the length
there's
of your
never time
body.
to cook a proper
Allow
meal.
each part
That's
to
where
relax.
Dinner Dash comes in. Dinner Dash is a weekly meal delivery service focused on fresh, organic ingredients with recipes chosen by real chefs. Best of all, Dinner Dash meals never expire. Using our secret technology, we have
You've got
eggs
mail.
that last forever. Get 20% off your first Dinner Dash weekly meal kit with code KILLER20. Dinner Dash. Meals that are eternal.
And relax your breath.
Back to the case.
Let tension move away from your
Here's Jessalyn.
Now, the first thing you gotta understand about Mystic Bay is that it's a small town. I mean, real small. Itty bitty. So everyone knows everyone here.
You've got
I
mail.
went to school with Jared and Mirabelle, worked alongside them here at the park.
You hold
And Jared, well, I can say this, right, because I know him. He's probably just about the worst mascot we've ever had. The only reason he kept his job is because no one else wanted to wear the costume. And when I say he wanted to wear the costume, I mean he really, 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 really wanted to wear the costume. Like,
The belly
really.
melts.
You've got mail.
Not in a God-honoring way.
The thighs are pulled down towards your chest with a fully grounded.
Jared Holt had dressed as Wild Tide's water park's iconic mascot, Manny the Manatee, since dropping out of Mystic Bay High School in 1999. His costume consisted of a massive suit carved of fleece and foam, complete with flippers, a floppy headpiece, and Manny's signature orange flip-flops. All told, the costume weighed in at a staggering 140 pounds and was said to have reached internal temperatures of up to 100 degrees, 310 Kelvin in the searing Florida heat. Past Manny the Manatees have been recorded passing out from the extreme temperature, including one Manny who, in 1973, collapsed face first into a
let's take a look at this
child's
video.
birthday cake,
I was told to
another
watch
who,
it.
In 1985, became partially baked within the suit while conducting a water safety demonstration at the park's wave pool.
Yeah, how are they even doing that?
Wild Tide's water park officials could not find workers willing to put on.
Is that like a world record?
Whoa. Change the design? Yeah, no. How did they quit? That Manny the Manatee
That's insane!
designed by my own
That's
dad,
insane!
Frank Wild Sr. Jr. He had two dreams. To sell quality
close.
at affordable prices across the continental United States of America, and to make a true man-manatee hybrid he referred to
You've done
as
this too?
the Manatee.
as well.
And that damn suit.
Why is your head so block-shaped? It's not block-shaped. Don't say that. Come on, sign the guy out for a day.
If you think the suit's too heavy or too stinky or too what have you, well, that's a personal failing. Man up. And manatee up. Come on, change the suit?
It's ham and cheese.
You could smell the soup before you saw it. I'd say it was closest to... You ever have a Florida-style pizza? Well, you take a handful of saltine crackers
No, I can't
and spread
share.
them out on a paper plate.
I only got enough
Spread
for me.
cheese, turtle jerky, and a little bit of gas station pickle, and a sprinkling of boiled peanuts. Just leave it out for a little bitty bit, let the sunshine do its magic, and voila, you got yourself a meal.
How long
Now,
is
it's delicious. But you'll be smelling it for about a mile, 2 miles out if the wind gets just right.
I could probably do this.
The
If I wasn't busy, I would do this.
smelled sort of like that.
I'm
Like
busy. You guys know I'm busy.
Or rotten broccoli.
Despite the
Don't
suit's
say I'm unemployed.
numerous
I'm
downsides,
very. This is my
there was
job.
one person
I'm
more
working
than
right
willing
now.
to don it around the park.
I'm literally working right now. I have to go to the bathroom 1 second. But this is a job. I'm working.
He strayed from the light of the Lord. I can tell you that much for nothing. Tampering with the divine design. He had a lot of predications. He was
You may feel an expressive
fuzzy.
I met with Jared Holt at the Chipko County Jail. It's a small peach-colored structure across from a former Sears-turned-Spirit Halloween.
I first learned about it online. I've always liked to draw.
When I'm in.
Like funny
Oh
animals.
my God!
With like
I missed a lot.
bazooka arms. Just funny stuff, you know? Whatever pops into my head. Like maybe I'll draw a manatee with muscles and bazooka arms.
Come on, let's go.
Drawing a bazooka that shoots out manatees with, really cute pieces.
Don't say shill. I like that. That's my favorite drink in the whole world. I'm not a sellout.
Real respect for all siren.
One, switch it
That's the
up.
term for the
3, now go back to those crunches, crunch it down. 4, come on. 3, let's go.
Like a siren.
2, come on. 3 knees, count it down.
Apparently, this guy's the best ever do.
Switch it up. 3,
Jared whether his appreciation for Sirenians
still that project has to go, all right?
God, that was
Let's
close.
go. Now crunch it down.
Mirabelle.
Keep going back to the
I
top.
don't think we're that way.